Right now we have Tough Africa in the building, yes, and Tough Africa is the European Union support to democratic governments in Nigeria, EUSDGN, is the EU's flagship democracy support program in Nigeria. The program is designed to complement the efforts of the Nigerian government to improve and strengthen democracy. And they are focused on these key things to support to the Independent National Electoral Commission, support to the National Assembly and Judiciary, support to the political parties, support to the media, support to increase the participation of women, youth, persons with disabilities, and support to civil society organizations, and with some objectives like to improve the quality of electoral administration in Nigeria, to strengthen capacities for legislative and judiciary reform in compliance with democracy principles and standard, enhance pluralism, internal democracy, and equality of opportunity in the political parties and the political parties system, amongst a host of other objectives. And right now in the studio, we have the man who has been championing all of this. A great man that has been seen to it that this comes to light. I'm talking about Dr. Jake Ebele. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you and good afternoon.
How are you doing, sir?
Great. Simply better than yesterday.
Wow, I like that. All right, so you're welcome to AVS 88.5 FM.
Thank you.
All right, so sir, I will quickly go to this. The European Union has consistently championed the political inclusion of persons with disabilities, advocating for their full participation not only as voters but also as candidates and public office holders. Could you talk us through how the European Union supports to democratic governments in Nigeria program has been engaging stakeholders to advance this agenda?
Thank you very much. It's simply this. The European Union deemed it fit to support every effort that focuses on inclusion, and persons with disabilities is one of those efforts. And they do that through a number of organizations, including Tough Africa.
Okay.
We are the face of disability for European Union, and and now, by implication, Tough Africa doesn't work for European Union. We work with European Union,
Okay.
and we implement component 5 of support for democratic process and participation of persons with disability. And we do it across the country. And now we are aware that the election is coming up in Anambra State, and there's a need for proper and strategic sensitization of the community of persons with disability. And that's what Able to Vote does. Able to Vote is a voter education campaign geared towards reaching the community of persons with disability and bringing them face to face with the electoral body, INEC, and the political parties, the security operatives, and the huge space occupier, the media. and the idea is to bring them face to face with all these tiers of and categories of people so that they can interact, interface, and find out the available information that would increase the participation of persons with disability in the electoral process. And as we speak, we're rounding up in the other 2 senatorial zones of Newi and Onitsha.
Okay.
And we are coming here tomorrow for the grand finale in Oka. And in all, the Onitsha and Newi have hosted 300 participants.
Okay.
And tomorrow we will host another 150 participants. And now, the interesting thing is every participant, we cover their transportation at no cost to anybody but us.
Wow.
So if you, and it's not penny. We're doing 30,000 naira for each participant, and that's almost 14 million. That's a whole lot of
Yeah,
money,
that's a whole
including quality tea break, quality lunch in a 4-star hotel here in Oka. I wouldn't want to mention their name before your commercial department will come after me. Yeah, but we believe that the quality of life of an individual matters. And if you want that person to continue to live in that sense of a quality life, you expose that individual to a quality environment.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing. We didn't want to take them to any place less than where every other person goes to. Yeah, so that's exactly what we're doing. We have just left a number of media houses and left the rec of INEC. She received us herself.
Wow.
With her management, and she will be there tomorrow by herself. I
good.
told her, I said, I don't want to see representative. Yeah, so she's coming by herself. Very, very amiable woman, and very beautiful too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just as handsome you're looking
Yeah, well, and then of course I want to say that, I'm not surprised what this governor can do. Soludo, who had to point to be my acquaintance when he was the CBN
governor.
Yeah. The fact that he appointed someone who is not from this state to lead this station shows how transparent and inclusive he is. And the leader of this station happens to be my friend.
And my brother too.
Even though he's quite younger, and he interviewed me a number of times when he was in Abuja, and did help to further the job of inclusion. So I'm happy that he's here. So I've arrested him and told him that I don't want to see him. Oh no, he's coming. He knows if he doesn't come, me and him will go put leg for one trouser. Yeah. Okay. So, but I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing. Incidentally, I used to come present program here years, you probably was in school, 30 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was in school.
Yeah.
Way back in school.
I used to come here and present program. I think that was the ABS in Onitsha.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to, and all that. So, but then here we are. We have become the voice of inclusion, not only nationally but globally. I just came back as the head of Nigerian delegation to the Berlin conference in Germany, and I'm heading to New York.
Wow.
In a few weeks.
Are you sure I'm not going to apply as your PA? Let me help carry your bags and some other things.
No, it's an enormous work, But yes, so the idea is to make sure that this forthcoming election will be very inclusive. Not only free, fair, and credible, but free, fair, credible, and inclusive election. And I'm using this opportunity to call on the government, to call on the state government, to call on INEC, to call on civil society, to work collectively together so that we can provide an accessible election. I'm using this opportunity to appeal to the state governor. Professor Soludo is someone that is proactive. Yeah. I would want to see him take about 10, 20 polling stations and make them accessible. This is something that he's known to be doing and something he can do. Anambra starts with A, so you're first in everything, and you must be first in inclusion. So I'm looking forward to working with everybody concerned to make sure that we have an inclusive election. Let me put a caveat. I'm not here to ask the state government to give me a dime.
Yeah.
If I'm given, I will not take.
Obviously, with what
yeah.
you have mentioned.
Yeah, no. We're not here to ask for funding. We already have the fund to do what we're doing.
What you want to do.
The only thing is he can provide support through the commission. You know, they have a disability commission, so he can provide support through them so that he can hold them accountable, because any public funds must be accounted for.
Yeah.
And so because we are a civil society and an NGO, we cannot receive funding from, and I think I want to underpin that, because a lot of people think, oh, government give you support. No, my organization, please go to my website, tafafrica.co. You will see our annual report and account is posted for everybody to see who gave us money and how we spent it. And so, as an organization, we are not funded by government, and we will not be funded by government as long as I remain the leader of the organization. Though one day I will exit, you know, but however, for now, this is our position, this is our principle. Anyone that gives us a dime holds us accountable to account for it, and we account for it to the letter.
Okay, I've been seeing all the flyers able to vote, voter education campaign for persons with disability in the Newi, just like you mentioned.
It's ongoing.
Yes, ongoing, and the one that's going to be happening in Oka tomorrow. So I want
There's Onitsha too that is ongoing.
Okay, Onitsha too ongoing.
Yes, we are targeting the 3 senatorial zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So based on you mentioned the able to serve voter education. So how is the European Union support helping you achieve all of this? What else?
They fund it. That's number one. Yes, funding. They also give us access to their platform. Little me here, I've addressed the European Union Parliament in Brussels. You know, that's the kind of access that we're given.
So you're not little again. No? Let's remove the little.
I was the keynote speaker opening and closing for the Global Disability Summit in Berlin 5 weeks ago. That's the kind of thing that the European Union do.
Okay.
Also, if your state will do well and will continue to do well, they can get funding from the European Union. That's what happens. Okay. You know, the only thing is you'll be prepared to account for every penny you get.
You have got.
Yes. So it's not like what we do in government, where there's kickback and front back. It doesn't happen with what we do. Nobody does that. You get the funding, you must account for it. Here's the catch: if you don't account for it, you will refund it. European Union is willing to pursue you
to any length.
They can take 3,000 euros to pursue you to get 100 euros. Yeah. So anybody, just if you're listening to me, you say, well, you want to work, it's tough. But it's not tough that you cannot be tougher if you want to. It requires transparency, integrity, and once they trust you, the rest is history.
It's history.
Yeah. So we've been doing this for 20 solid years, and God has helped us. We've scaled up our project. At every point in time, I'm overseeing like 15 projects at the same time. So you see why I don't sleep.
At all.
Yeah. So I think we're in the right, we're pursuing the right course.
Okay.
I'm very particular about people. And what I go to bed thinking of is how can I help? What I wake up thinking of is how can I help? And I think I will make this statement at this time, that everyone listening to me, I just want you to remember the day you were born. Did you notice you cried and the world was rejoicing? Live your life so that the day you die, you will rejoice and the whole world will cry. That's a life of contribution. Wow. You know, this is air. There is something that Soludo, as a governor, when he was the governor of Central Bank, did for my organization, I won't say it on air, that endears me to him till tomorrow. You know, you know, and he never left me, you know. And so he's someone I respect, and I'm not surprised that he's doing well as a governor.
Yeah, he is indeed doing well. Even the president, when he visited Anambra State, commended him and had good words to say about him and what he has been doing in the
No,
state.
what I've said is not an endorsement.
I'm not saying too as an endorsement.
Yes,
I'm
please,
just complimenting what
anyone that is out there, this is not an endorsement of the governor. This is just speaking the truth from the heart. However, vote the candidate of your choice.
All right, thank you very much. I'll just take one brief answer from you. Considering the fact that you have cited the Anambra State election, minus the sensitization going on, which you're doing in Onitsha, Newi, and coming to do in Oka, what else is put in place to ensure that people with disabilities have access to polling centers and can vote?
Well, the Electoral Act, which we fought for, there was the Electoral Act 2010, Section 56, subsection 1 and 2, that there was a draconian clause. And that draconian clause says that, I think Section 2, that says that INEC may give reasonable accommodation to persons with disability in the electoral process. INEC may. And some of us, even though I'm not a lawyer, but I don't need an IQ of a mushroom to know that may does not empower INEC to do what they should. They can wriggle out of it. You know, a smart lawyer can get them out of it. So we fought tooth and nail. And the Electoral Act 2022, Section 54, subsection 1 and 2, reversed that. So what we did was to repeal and replace. So today we have INEC shall.
No more may.
No more may. Yeah, INEC shall. And so I reminded the rec now that it is now legal for you to ensure
that they vote.
But if you don't, I can actually go to court.
Okay.
You know the mantra within the political sphere: go to court.
Go to court.
But I can, and with that law, INEC will be compelled to do it. But I also want to say truthfully that INEC is the most inclusive organization in the country today.
Wow.
There's a whole division of inclusion,
okay.
And I have never seen any INEC rec or the chairman himself, including the rec that I met today, that is not passionate about persons with disability. And that underpins the fact that she committed herself to say, I'm not sending anybody, I'm coming myself, and I will be there till the end of the event.
Just like the MD2 will be coming himself.
Exactly.
All right, so this is a call out to everyone that has registered for the workshop seminar tomorrow. You just have to be there to let's all put hands together to make this change and make things work. So, sir, what's your last words to everyone out there?
I think my last word is encapsulated in the words of a very well-known Prime Minister of Britain, Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill said, you can make a living with what you get, but you make life with what you give. And so my question today, whose life? Who is that person that you have given life? And by the way, this is what I tell people. Please think of what you'll be remembered for when you exit. Because you are known for two things, my brother. The problem you created or the problem you solve. Be known for the problem you solve.
All right, thank you very much.
Still giving, I'm not out of words.
No,
it looks like we're out of time.
Yes, we're out of time, but you're not out of words. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Jake. It was nice having you on with us. And Dr. Jake is the co-founder of TAF
I'm not the I'm the founder.
CEO, founder,
That's
TAF
right.
Africa.
That's right.
Thank you very much for joining with us. Okay, so till tomorrow, when we shall all gather for this wonderful event to be enlightened about voting and people with disabilities being part of the electoral process, we'll do
Let
that.
me commit to you. Are you coming?
Aha. Yes, I'm coming.
If he doesn't come, I'll come back here and say he did not come.
All right.
This one that his head looked like my own. But you're a good-looking young man. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll try my best and be there.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.